Hey everybody, thanks so much for joining me. Today we are going to be doing a foundation declutter. So we're going to be looking through my 3-drawer thing of foundations. Yeah, there's a lot. There's categories. There's, my light coverage like tinted moisturizers. I also have stick foundations in that drawer. We go to our full coverage drawer, and then I also have kind of a light to medium, more natural coverage foundation drawer. So foundation in itself is a process, but then I thought, maybe that's not going to take that long and I should throw in some bonus content. So I did a really quick look today, and at the end we're gonna have a bonus little get ready with me featuring this easy look. So thank you guys for watching, and here we go. So right here we have this 3-drawer thing where I've got my foundations. In this top drawer I've got like tinted moisturizer, BB cream, CC cream type things, and then sticks. So this is going to be the first area that I'm looking at to just reduce what I've got, get rid of a few of these. Be prepared to be slightly underwhelmed by the amount I'm getting rid of here. It's just not a whole lot. A couple of these foundation sticks, I really enjoyed both of these. This stick from NARS, the Velvet Matte Foundation Stick. Also this one from Smashbox was actually a foundation stick on one end and a contour on the other. And I enjoy both of those, but it's age. Age of the product is why I'm getting rid of them, because I just feel like I've had them too long, and if I feel like hesitant, and that's kind of been keeping me from grabbing for those recently, if I just got that feeling in my mind that I don't want to pick it up for that reason, that it may be too old, I should probably let them go. I got a stick there from Revolution. That one's a really, really creamy, like nice feeling texture going on, easy to blend. Can be a little bit iffy on staying power though, like it's just the creamiest of the creamy as far as foundation sticks go. A lot of moisture in that one. I'm letting go of the NYX Bear With Me. I do kind of like it, but as you'll see, I've got a lot more in there that I prefer. The Herborian CC cream, not a big fan of that. Really like the BB cream better. Letting go of this CoverGirl Smoothers because I just feel like I'm really not sure how long that's been in there, but it's been ages, it seems like, since I've used it. This is e.l.f.'s super duper light coverage, barely there foundation stuff. I'm going to let that one go along with this Laura Mercier and the NARS because all 3 of those are really too dark for me to wear them, and I think it's even pushing it when I get some color on my skin, maybe in the summer months. I think it's still going to be borderline too dark, so those will go as well. And then this is what we have in the drawer. I know it looks like a ton still as far as these things go, but a lot of these, if you recall that video I did not that long ago sorting out all the BB and CC creams, a lot of these were fairly recently purchased, so I'm not going to let them go. I do enjoy them very, very much. I've got Herborian in here. I've got Misha. I've got e.l.f., Maybelline, L'Oreal, ColourPop, some IT Cosmetics over here. Some of that Estee Lauder Futurist. Love that stuff. There's some Maybelline in there. Just some stuff that I am not ready to part with yet. The stick zone got pretty nicely cleared out though. I do have this Ilia skin tint there. Really on the fence about that. I'm keeping that for like a trial period more, and then it may go. I'm not really in love with that stuff. Let me know if you got a favorite way to use that or a favorite product combo with that. But sticks that I'm keeping there from Neutrogena and L'Oreal, Huda, Bare Minerals, Hourglass, Maybelline, all things that I see myself using in the near future. Now here's what we've got in my full coverage drawer. Actually, this is like CC cream in a compact. I'm gonna put this up in here, so right back there. Everything else feels kind of full coverage, so I'm going to go through and see what I can let go of. I know there are some oldies in here that must go. Okay, here's what we're leaving behind foundation-wise from that full coverage drawer. This Bye Bye foundation, what do you think? Should I keep it? Should I let it go? I'm keeping it on the bubble right now. I remember talking about this, comparing it to the CC cream. I'm just a little confused as to why it's even with us, I'm not sure. Let's talk about this in the comments section. I'm not sure what to do about that. Gonna let go of this Juvia's Place Velvety Matte. It's just kind of gotten overlooked, barely used. I do remember using it a time or two, thinking it was kind of heavy, so I think I am just gonna let that one go. The Pure Love Your Selfie, again, I think it's age on that one. It looked kind of badly separated. I just did some shaking on it, but it just looked kind of like eh. Same with the Natasha Denona Foundation X. Revolution Conceal and Define, I like that one, but actually it's not got a lot in it anymore. And I do have the Conceal and Hydrate, which I'm holding on to. This Jouer Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation, super liquidy, incredibly full coverage, but I feel I've had it on hand way too long. Same story with the Even Steven from the Balm. Like, seriously, an impressive, beautiful foundation from the Balm, but I've had it way, way too long. So now here's what the drawer is looking like. The way I just, whoops, got a little weight in there. The way I've divided it up, in the back here, we've got Drugstore Foundations. So you're seeing some Maybelline Super Stay in there. I got a couple shades of that. The Revolution, as I mentioned, L'Oreal. We've got one from CoverGirl that I was a little bit iffy on, but I feel like it's fairly new, so I'll give it more of a chance. Rimmel Stay Matte, Hard Candy, Revlon Color Stay. Oops, you Smashbox, you are not Drugstore. And up here we've got things like Huda, Estee Lauder, a couple of the fullest coverage ones, kind of more for shade reference than anything. I'm more likely to just reach for the regular double wear these days. We've got some NARS, some Too Faced, some Hourglass, Derma Blend, and then 3 really, I think, very good cream foundations. Yes, I'm keeping that Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse in here because, you know what, it's not that bad, people. It actually is beautiful with a beauty blender on the skin, but I've also got, you just got to have a little finesse with it, you know? I tell you, I can justify anything. Kevin Aquan, I love that foundation balm, and also this one from RMS Beauty is a beautiful cream foundation. So this is the drawer I would go to if I'm thinking I need that staying power and I need that pretty extreme coverage. Finally, in this bottom drawer, you are seeing what I feel are the more natural looking foundations, and there's really no purpose to this organization, like why something's in the back or the front. I don't know. It's just whatever fits is there, and I'm going to go through this and see what we can let go of. So of the lighter foundations, this is what I'm letting go of. This Neutrogena Hydro Boost, I was just kind of checking out the consistency of this, and it seems like really thick. It has a very strong scent to it. I know that it was quite a while ago that was ever featured in a video or used by me, so that one can go, although it is a decent product, and I do think Neutrogena has some really good complexion type things here and there. This one's the Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation from Benefit. Never really liked the way that came off on the skin. Dalton Hydrogel. I'm keeping a different Dalton foundation. I think it's called Doll Skin, and I believe that's the newer product that they have, so that's what I'm going to hold on to. The Kosas Tinted Face Oil. Never really jived with me. I'm going to let that one go. Same with NYX Born to Glow, CoverGirl Simply Ageless, and the Milani Screen Queen. As you're going to see, I have a lot of drugstore sort of light to medium coverage foundations, and I've just got to cut somewhere. Even if these might have been okay for me a time or two, like I need to move on. So this is what I've got. In the back, I decided to separate it again like I did the drawer above, drugstore and high-end, just to make it quicker for me to find what I need. And I feel like I've got some icons in here for drugstore, and these are things that I want to have, I want to keep in my rotation of use, and I want to use them, you know, as a means of comparing to other foundations. I've got CoverGirl Clean, which was actually purchased fairly recently by me. I got L'Oreal True Match, also the Lumi version of that, the Infallible Pro Glow in a couple of different shades. I think that's a fantastic one. We've got Wet n Wild in there. We've got the e.l.f. foundation in the way back, several different ones from Maybelline, and I just feel like, oh, that Dalton one that goes in here. But I just really had no reason to weed these ones out. They have a purpose for me, and I'm going to keep them. And then here are the high-end ones. You guys, I even have the La Mer foundation in here. I've got some Bobbi Brown, some NARS Sheer Glow, Bare Minerals, Pat McGrath, the Water Weight one from Estee Lauder, some Charlotte Tilbury in there. Which one was this? Oh yeah, the Makeup Forever Reboot. I do like that one. So again, nothing is too old. It's all stuff I've still kind of got an interest in, or frankly rediscovered through this process and thought I need to get interested in that one again. So that's what we're looking at for the more natural finish drawer. So all in all, what we're getting rid of actually doesn't look that minimal. I feel like this is quite a load lifted, even though it looks like I still have quite a bit. I think these are all things that have just, for whatever reason, I didn't love them, wrong shade, became a little bit less relevant to my videos, and I feel like I can let them go. So I'm making it kind of a little 2-in-1 type video, just because I know that even though the foundation declutter was a pretty big project, I wanted to give you a little something more. So I'm gonna do a really quick look today, actually. I've got some other things I wanna get done this morning, so I just came in here thinking it's gonna be a light, quick makeup look maybe they would want to see. So I grabbed out one of my lighter coverage products here. This is from Neutrogena, and it's the Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. This one has SPF 30. It is one of the more, I would say, glowy and also sheer tinted moisturizers that I have. It does kind of make me think of the finished look I get with my nude sticks. Once it's all blended in, it just has a nice, like, kind of, I don't know, radiant, healthy look. See what I mean? It kind of gives an overall evenness and glow. Still really light coverage, obviously, but you're kind of getting that glowiness without a bunch of artificial looking little particles. Next, for some added brightness and coverage, I'm going to pop on my Instant Age Rewind, just the brightener here, and I just have a little bit left in this tube, and then I got another one waiting. It's one of those standby products for me. I don't want to be totally without it. And I'm going to use this little brush from my pumpkin set from Sephora. It's kind of a nice in-betweener size, like sort of in between foundation and concealer. I'm just kind of dabbing over it, blotting over the concealer, just to maximize the brightness and the coverage. Okay, now it's time to set the under eye a little bit. I'm going to use my Fenty Lavender Powder, which if you saw my favorites video, you know I'm really enjoying this one lately. It's not a super new product to me, but sort of a rediscovered thing. Look how light and brightening, like next level brightening this powder can be. And it's not like it shows up on the skin with thick color of any kind, but it really is most definitely not going to dull down the look of your under eye, let's say, if that's where you want to use it to set. Tell you what, I had a pretty good night's sleep, but it was interrupted right in the middle because we heard a voice coming over the monitor. Voice of a certain little girl who wears a, like, okay, have you ever seen these blankets where your legs go into them and they make you look like you have a mermaid tail at the bottom? And like, I could never sleep like that. I always want to like kick my feet out, or my feet get hot in the night or whatever. But anyway, she's got this mermaid tail that pulls up, and apparently at some point in the night she got worked out of that and then couldn't get back in. And I just said back over the monitor, like, you need to be able to get that back on, or we're not going to keep that in your bed every night. But I did have a little trouble falling back to sleep once that ordeal happened. Okay, then we're going to take this Infallible Fresh Wear foundation in a powder that I have been experimenting with over lighter coverage things. And I'm just gonna kind of like use my sponge and add this in. And this does give a little more mattified look to the entire face, but it also adds some easy coverage to that tinted moisturizer. And I can work this in with a brush. I can use the little sponge. A lot of people do like to use the sponge, as I read in comments with this. So for y'all, I'm doing this today. And just kind of pressing, patting it in. Then we're going to do a whole lot of steps with one palette. This is my Smashbox Cali contour, so as you can see, contour bronzer, highlight, there's even this matte powder. I kind of forgot that that one was in there. Another tone of highlight and a blush. So I'm going to go in with my BK Beauty 107. We're just going to real quick and easy like get some of this around. Gosh, I love a multitasking palette, especially when you're in a hurry. Going to the bronzy shade now. I don't know, I'm not having like a super rush morning or anything, but I just like kind of had a bit of a to-do list ahead of me that didn't involve makeup. I often like tap between those two shades. I think really the combo of them both is the perfect mix for me. Then we're going to pop on this beautiful, like kind of kind of dusty rose blush. You know what I've realized, you guys? If you don't know what to sort of meal prep for yourself, I like to make a big batch of something on a Sunday and then have that throughout the week as like an option, at least for dinners. And well, with Bub for his lunches, we try to go with just like a meat and veggie type thing. Sometimes he smokes something on the smoker for himself and he'll eat that all week. But just as far as dinners and stuff, like I also find that it's nice to have something on standby. And what I've realized this week, you know, I was kind of feeling like I'd made everything recently and I wasn't quite sure what to do. And then I thought, okay, how about just some taco meat? I browned up on Sunday 2 pounds of lean ground turkey and then added to that like a couple packets of all these just low sodium taco seasoning mix. And then you just got that there, you know, ready to go for nachos, taco salads, which are like the thing we love to do the most, just lettuce, taco meat. I'll sometimes thaw out some frozen corn, put that on there, tomatoes, salsa, ranch, crunch up some chips on there. That's a super easy way to go. I'm using my toaster oven like crazy. I don't think have I even discussed the toaster oven on here? Becoming a big believer in toaster ovens, and you know, you can just like throw some cheese and meat on a tortilla there, roll it up for the kids. I'm just saying, if you're lacking in creativity or good recipes or whatever, or you just want like a really easy avenue for your weekly meals, you can get that done. And I also feel like the ground turkey stays more tender and fresh seeming than even ground beef does. Kind of setting it aside and planning to use it in somewhat of a meal prep mode. Like I'm not actually prepping the meals, but I'm just keeping it there, keeping it handy, and I've got an easy protein to add to whatever I want to do. Just throwing that out there. Just like to give you guys a little bit more than what you thought you were coming here for, okay? Well, Mario Badescu. Love the scent of this aloe, sage, and orange blossom. Is anybody with me on this? Good. Next up, we're real quick like gonna go through the brows with the Wow Brow from e.l.f. For me, that's gonna be the shade Deep Brown. So this is the one that has a lot of little fibers and quite a bit of creaminess. And I feel like I can be real satisfied using this and this alone. A couple other products like that would be the Glossier Boy Brow and also that new little guy. Well, I don't think it's new on the market, but new to me. I got that mini Dipbrow Pomade Gel from ABH, and that can also be one and done for me. But this would be your cheapest option. Almay Brow Styler can do it as well. But that product just always resonates with me more for its hold, and it can sometimes take me a little longer on the fill-in, but you know, I could probably do it too, just by itself. Kind of depends on where you're at with your eyebrows. I always say that, how thick they are naturally. There we go, couldn't be easier. Pop on eye primer. We're still with it. Is this the day? Oh no, a ton more just came out. There must have been some hidden pocket of it. I don't need near that much. Just when we thought, just we were all holding our breath. Is that the last day of her Milani eyeshadow primer? There's always more in that tube. Just manifesting abundance here, my friends. You knew good and well that when this came out, this was not only going on the face, but it was going on the eyes also. I want to take some of the bronzer, and that's going to become crease. I'll take this like matte shade that I didn't really use on my face today. Use that as highlight. On the lid inner part, I'm going to use some of this shimmer. A little bit of brightening for myself, maybe inner corner here too. A little bit of this contour shade, just kind of pat that on the outside. It's not going to show up real like rich and dark or anything, but I knew that going in. A little of the ABH brightening pencil. It's going to go here. That's going to go here. And then what can take the lashes most easily and quickly from 0 to 100? Superhero and a lash curler. Okay, in my opinion now, we just need a little more blush. That's more like it. And then for my lips, I feel like I haven't done a pinky lip in a while. I'm going to do my Super Stay Matte ink in the shade Lover. Yes, that means what you think. Anybody going in with a matte ink is like here to get stuff done today, not coming to play, not coming to touch up. It's getting really hard to apply this one without going back into the tube for more because I've used so much of it up. I really do think the least liquid lipstick you can apply to your lips is going to end up being the best, freshest looking staying power. Okay, so there we have it. That's my quick, easy look. I feel like it's great coverage on the skin, but it's just kind of light and not trying too hard. So I hope you enjoyed this little bonus content. I hope you like the declutter as well. Let me know maybe what kind of declutter you'd like to see next in my collection. I could go a lot of different directions. So let me know, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.